Hi guys, welcome back to That Effing Guy. All you Whovian fans, listen up. So, I've been doing a lot of Doctor Who videos recently. We've went from Jodie Whittaker quits to who could be the 14th Doctor, to Michael Sheen being the possibility of being the 14th Doctor according to Ladbrokes, to then Doctor Who being cancelled if the show doesn't turn it around and be, good. To now, Russell T Davies saying, oh, a shared universe would be quite good, wouldn't it? Whilst promoting his new show on Channel 4, It's a Sin, he was asked about Doctor Who, because obviously he started the New Who era in 2005, 16 years ago. I was only 14 years old, my God, I'm old. So he spoke about it and he said that we should be in a kind of time where we should have like a Doctor Who dedicated channel. I don't quite think a dedicated channel would work for Doctor Who, but I can see what he's saying though. He's meaning like, you've got Disney Plus with all these Star Wars shows, Marvel shows. Why aren't the BBC, milking their BBC iPlayer and throwing on like exclusive Doctor Who shows? Keep BBC One as like, their centre for Doctor Who, current Doctor Who, 14th, 15th, 16th Doctor. And then have like BBC iPlayer as like their, Doctor Who spin-off shows, origin shows, crossover shows, all that kind of thing. So it got me thinking, because obviously for years now, I have been saying to myself, why hasn't Doctor Who been expanded? Yes, we had Torchwood and Sarah Jane Adventures, we then had Class, we've had several K9 adventures over the 80s, 90s and 2000s. So yeah, we're going to talk about spin-offs that I would like to see. I want to see a Torchwood Series 5, or essentially, a new Torchwood that maybe ignores Children of Earth and then the Miracle Day, because they were pretty shit, let's be honest. Start again from Series 2, or just, do a new show and just, that's it. It is what it is, that's us. With the return of, John Barrowman as Captain Jack Harkness, does that mean that we could be getting a Torchwood revival at some point? I mean, Captain Jack, John Barrowman has spoke about, the possibilities of a Torchwood revival for years now. And after seeing him in the New Year's Day special, name-dropping Gwen Cooper and her teenage son, do we want a Torchwood revival? I would love a Torchwood revival. My next one is an interesting one. I would like to see a Rassilon origin story, or just whatever, an origins tale, the Rassilon Chronicles, and just have him back on Gallifrey, shooting the shit for Time Lords, his vengefulness towards the Doctor, etc. I mean, I know that Richard Armitage was cast for Big Finish audio stories, that he is Rassilon for, I think it's one of the Time War stories, Time War number 4, I think it was. I would love to see a live adaptation of that, because Richard Armitage is a fantastic actor. I mean, he would be a great James Bond, he'd be a great Doctor Who, or just the Doctor, he'd be a great Master, and he'd be a great Rassilon, and he has obviously been cast because he's got a great voice. Like, I know Chris Chibnall has, created this whole new canon of there's thousands of versions of the Doctor, there's all this and there's all that. Obviously Sacha, is it Sacha Dwell, whoever the new Master is, and obviously he destroyed Gallifrey, like it's dust now. But in the canon of the Stephen Moffat era, Gallifrey's still alive and well, because obviously they saved the day. Matt Smith, David Tennant and John Hurt, all their Doctors saved the day. Gallifrey falls no more. So it'd be great to see like a kind of story set in between that before the destruction again of the Master, the current Master. That'd be pretty cool, I think. I'd also like to see an actual Gallifrey just like show, like, I don't know, a comedy show, a sitcom, I don't know, something different. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, I got a similar idea, like, so we do, me, Steve and Dan do podcasts of the Old Republic, link in the description below, and we spoke about like our ideas for like future Star Wars stuff, and one of my future Star Wars things, spoilers, was a Cloud City-esque spin-off kind of sitcom, kind of just like, let's follow a family around Cloud City and just go for that. Star Trek have that, they've got the Lower Decks cartoon, it's alright, it's not great, but it's got that. They're trying something different. Doctor Who could do that. Doctor Who could have a sitcom show of set on Gallifrey. A day in the life of a family on Gallifrey. The day in the life of a Time Lord on Gallifrey. I don't know, Gallifreyans. I don't know, I think it'd be quite cool. We could even go back to like the very beginning of Gallifrey, how it got constructed, sorry. And I know with the Chris Chibnall thing, we've kind of seen that, but out of that canon and just go back to the, you know, the 58-year-old canon. What about even like the Doctor as a young man? And I don't mean like expand on the Chibnall thousands of versions of the Doctors out there. I mean like going by the original universe, the original timeline, the real canon, the real, you know, 57-year-old canon, 58-year-old canon, sorry. The Doctor as a young boy, because we've seen him briefly, like variations of him as a child. But what about him as like a proper young man growing up? Maybe even seeing like the first time that he becomes involved in like the Time Lord lore, you know, and then lead up to like like I said previously, the Time War with Paul McGann, etc. And similar to that, the Master as well. Even have like the Master and the Doctor, like because we know about their relationship, their long-running relationship, their friendship, their hatred towards each other. They were best friends at one point. Let's work on that. Let's go back to Gallifrey, the early days of Gallifrey, the early days of the Doctor and the Master, and have them as, you know, their best pals. And then, you know, the Master is influenced by evil. You know, maybe makes a deal with the Daleks, and he's like, you know, I'll help you get into Gallifrey if you... kind of stuff like that. Again, little retcon, but it's okay. What if there was another Time Lord out there? Because obviously we know there's the Doctor and the Master and the last Time Lords of Gallifrey. But what if there actually is secretly another Time Lord? I mean, we know that Jenny, the Doctor's daughter, is out there somewhere. I mean, obviously she continues on the Big Finish audio stories. But what if, like, there actually is another Time Lord out there? Why not? It'd be interesting. It'd be something different because, you know, the Doctor, the Master, Jenny, the General, Rassilon, and then Philip. I don't know. But I think it'd be quite cool to see another Time Lord. It takes you off of, you know, Doctor Who. Oh, here we go, good Doctor Who again. 14th Doctor, 15th Doctor. Why not have this new guy, you know, Jack, who's a new Time Lord of, you know, for teenagers. I don't know, something different. Last one is the Time War, the 8th Doctor. Now again, Big Finish filling all these gaps of, you know, all this, and people are probably watching this right now. I mean, like, if you just listen to the Big Finish audio stories, they fill in all the gaps of the shared universe. I've not got time to sit and listen to a story. I'd rather just watch it. Why is there not a shared live action universe? Even do a cartoon or a 3D animated, I don't know. But yeah, 8th Doctor Paul McGann, I want to see the in-between battles. See when he regenerates from Paul McGann into John Hurt. I want to see that those few years before he regenerates into John Hurt. I maybe even would like to see an animated version of John Hurt as a young Doctor, as a War Doctor, I don't know. But let's see the Time War, the proper, hard-hitting Time Lords, women, children who are dying at the feet of the Daleks. We saw it briefly in the 50th anniversary, we've heard it in the stories, the Big Finish stories, read it in books, comic books. I want to see a live-action 8-part series, whatever. Davros, a Dalek origin, or Dalek's origin story. Let's see Davros as a young, damaged man who's just like, I don't know. I don't know much about Davros's past, only from what I heard and, you know, only from what you hear and see in the movie, the TV show, sorry. But let's go back to Davros being a young man, damaged, you know, just, he's like the ugly duckling of the group, of his family, of his friends, and he's just like, screw you guys. Just retcon it a little bit, have it that he gets damaged in an accident and he puts himself into that Dalek shell and it's just like, you know, screw you guys, I'm building an army of robots, this world just, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, what do you think of my spin-off shows? Write your comments down below if you like them. If you don't like them, hey ho, it's cool. I'm only just throwing out some ideas. The main point of this video is Russell T Davies believes that Doctor Who could be reborn, could become a shared universe like Star Wars, like Marvel. So why can't Doctor Who, I mean 58 years old, and the only spin-offs we've seen is Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, Class, which was really good, but it was kind of like, it was really good, it just never worked, and several K9 spin-offs, like I said at the very beginning of this video. There should be more, I mean, so yeah. Thanks again for your continued support. I've been That Effing Guy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.